Hey guys, I'm Emily Ruth and welcome to Yoga for Mountain Bikers. This is your Activate 20, so the perfect session to use in between ride days to allow you to strengthen and lengthen muscle groups that you use when you're biking. So when you're ready, let's jump on the mat and get started. Okay, so we're going to start on our backs today, so coming down and giving the knees a nice hug in. Coming into our supine cat-cow. So as we inhale, squeeze the knees towards the nose, round through the spine, hug it in. And as we exhale, plant the feet and the hands down, hip distance apart. Inhale, press into the feet, peel the tailbone up, lift through the hips, rise to bridge pose. Exhale, slowly lowering all the way back down. Inhale, squeezing in, knees towards nose, hug it as tightly as you can. Exhale, release hands and feet down to the mat. Inhale, tuck through the tailbone, lift through the hips, rising up. Exhale, slowly lowering all the way down. One more time, inhale, squeeze it in as tightly as you can. Exhale, hands and feet ground down. Inhale, tuck through the tailbone, lift through the hips, rising up. And this time we're going to hold it here. Press into the hands, palms down. Keep the knees stacked on top of the ankles. When you're ready, shift your weight into your left foot, peel your right toes up, and extend the leg towards the sky. Keep the hips lifted. We'll take a breath in here. And as we exhale, slowly lower the hips down to brush the ground. Inhale, press through the left heel, rising up. Exhale, slowly lower down. One more time, inhale to rise. And as we exhale, bend the right knee, plant the right foot down, shift the weight across, peel the left foot up and extend the left leg towards the sky. Active all the way through to the toes. Take a breath in. Exhale, lower the hips down, brush the ground. Inhale to extend. Exhale to lower. Keep rooted through the right heel. Last time. Inhale to extend. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, lift the hips up. And as we exhale, bend the left knee, plant both feet down. We'll take one more breath to really engage and lift through the hips. And as we exhale, slowly rolling down from the top to the bottom of the spine. Hug the knees in towards the chest. And we're going to begin to find a rock and roll here. Back and forth, seeing if you can find that balance point at the top and the bottom of each rock and roll. And then when you're ready, we're going to plant the feet down, see if you can stay hands free as we roll forwards into our toe balance. Good, making your way there if you're not there already. Focus on a still point in front of you. Begin to press down into the balls of the feet, and on our inhale, we're going to rise up for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower down for 5. Bend the knees. 4. Keep the spine long. 3, 2, and 1. We're going to go for our no-handed rock and roll. So remember to round through the spine. We're going to take a rock and a roll and come back to the toes. Okay, make your way there if you're not already. We're going to rise up for 5, 4. Remember to breathe. 3, 2, and 1. Lower down for 5, 4. Keep the core engaged. 3, 2, and 1. Rock and roll. Go for it. Come back to the toes. Find that balance. So we're going to rise up for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And this time, lower the heels down. Inhale, reach the fingertips up to the sky. And exhale, big circle. Pull the thumbs back as we bend through the knees. Sweep the fingertips down and rise on up. coming through to chair pose. Take a moment to settle in. Weight is sitting in the heels. The sit bones are drawing back behind you and fingertips reaching in front with our belly button, our core drawing in at our center. Tune into your breath for one more breath in and one more breath out. When you're ready, pressing into the sole of the right foot, begin to peel yourself up, drawing your left knee in towards your chest, hands come together to heart center. And then keep your focus strong, begin to hinge forwards through the hips. As the torso comes forwards, left leg extends back behind us as we make our way into warrior three. Engaging through the back body, keep the glutes activated here as we press the left heel away, crown of the head reaches forwards, and then releasing the hands either down to the ground in front of you, or if you have blocks or block substitutes, you can bring them underneath the hands instead. Keep the spine as long as possible. Take a breath in, extend through the back leg, and as we exhale, knee towards nose, round through the spine, hug it in. Inhale, extend out long, keep the hips level, and as we exhale, take the leg out to the side, keep it lifted, hover. Inhale, extend back long. As we exhale, soften into the standing leg, take left toes behind the right leg, bending down. Inhale to extend. Exhale, rounding through, draw it in, strengthening our core. Inhale, extend. Exhale, out to the side, hover. One more time, inhale to extend. Exhale, slide it behind. Inhale, come back to center, extend. And from here, soften into the standing knee. With control, plant the left foot all the way down to the back of the mat. Shift the gaze forwards, and as we inhale, reach the fingertips forwards to rise on up to our high crescent lunge. Take a moment to settle in. Soften through the back knee slightly, pressing the hip forwards, engage through the lower abdomen, and then press the back heel away. Keeping the arms reaching up towards the sky, take a deep breath in. And as we exhale, left hand comes forwards, right arm comes back as we find our twist. Move with control. Inhale, rise up through to center, stay strong through the legs. Exhale, opening out, left arm back, right arm forwards. Inhale, rising up, come through to center. Exhale, we twist, moving with the breath. Inhale, rise through to center. Exhale, find your twist. Inhale, rise through to center. And this time as we exhale, hinge forwards. If we have the blocks, hands can come onto them. If not, bring the hands to the ground. As we exhale, soften into the back knee, flex through the front foot, pull back through the hips, finding that release through the hamstrings. And inhale, roll forwards, plant the back knee down, making sure front knee is stacked on top of the front ankle, adjust if you need to. And then option to keep the block underneath the hand, we'll begin to bend the left knee, and with our right fingertips, reach forwards, up and over to catch a hold of our foot. And if that's not quite in reach, you can use your strap or your strap substitute, loop it around the foot and pull it in. Take a breath, pressing down through the left knee to activate through the quads as we find that active stretch for one more breath in. And as we exhale, release the strap or the hands, pop the blocks to one side if you have them, plant the hands down and step it back to plank position. Shift forwards on the toes. Grip into the fingertips, push away from the mat and dome through the upper back, drawing the front body towards the back body. We're going to do our toe taps here. Left toes come out to the mat and back in. Right toes out, right toes in. One more time each side. Left toes out, left toes in, Right toes out, right toes in. Option to lower the knees down, otherwise keep the elbows in, chaturanga as we lower all the way. Inhale, rising through to cobra. And exhale, tuck the toes under and send the hips back and up to downward facing dog. Take a full breath in, full breath out. Inhale, rise up high on the toes. As we exhale, bend the knees, shift the gaze forwards, step, walk or jump to the top of the mat. Fingertips rest on the ground in front of you. Begin to bend the knees, pull back through the sit bones, shift the gaze forwards, and as we inhale, reach the fingertips up, rising up into chair pose. Take that moment to settle in. Pull back through the sit bones, reach forwards through the fingertips, engaging through the lower abdomen for one more breath. And then when you're ready, shifting your weight into your left foot, peel the right toes up as we draw the right knee in towards the chest and the hands come together to heart center. Find a still point to focus on in front of you. And then keeping that core engaged, begin to hinge forwards from the hips, allowing crown of the head to reach forwards as the right leg extends behind you, engaging all the way through to the toes. Making our way into warrior three on left side. Keep the back body engaged here, hips stay level, stabilize by engaging your core for one more breath. And then releasing the hands either onto the blocks or onto the floor. As we inhale, lengthen from the right toes through to the crown of the head. And as we exhale, round through the spine, draw knee towards nose, hug it in. Inhale to extend. Exhale, leg comes out to the side, keep it lifted, hover. Inhale, extend back. Exhale, bend the knees, sweep it behind, touch down. Inhale to extend. Exhale, leg comes out to the side, keep it lifted, hover. Inhale, extend back. Exhale, bend the knees, sweep it behind, touch down. Inhale to extend. And then bending into the front knee, with control, plant the right foot all the way down to the back of the mat. Ground down through your feet, find that stability, shift your gaze forwards, and as we inhale, we'll rise on up, coming all the way through to our high crescent lunge. Take a moment to check in. Front knee stacking on top of the front ankle. Soften through the back knee, find that engagement through the lower abdomen as we lift and lengthen through the torso, reaching the fingertips up towards the sky. Take a deep breath in, create space. And as we exhale, right fingertips come forwards, left fingers come back as we find our twist. Inhale, rising through to center, lengthen. Exhale, opening out, left hand forwards, right arm back. Keep the legs strong, inhale, rise through to center. Exhale, we twist. Take your time, inhale. Rising through to center. Exhale, opening out. Last time, inhale, rise through to center, and this time as we exhale, hinge forwards, plant the hands down. Option to keep the blocks in as we hinge back through the hips, lengthen through the front leg, flex the toes, finding that release through the left hamstring. Inhale, roll forwards. Plant the back knee down. Right hand grounds down. We bend through the back leg and swim the left arm forwards, up and over. Maybe catching a hold of the foot. Maybe you can use your strap again if you need. Gently pulling the heel towards the glutes and pressing down through the right knee to find that active stretch here. Wherever you are, taking one more breath. And then gently release. You can pop the strap to one side, pivot round, plant the hands, and step it back to plank position. From here, rotate onto the outer edge of the right foot, stacking one foot on top of the other. If you need extra support, you can step the left foot in front. Peel the left fingertips up, finding our side plank here. Press away through the mat. Imagine someone's pulling you up through the outer hip. Reach towards the sky for 3. Remember to breathe. 2. And if you want that extra challenge, float the left leg up for 1. And pivot back round with control. Left hand grounds. Come to the outer edge of the left foot. Right fingertips lift. Remember, option to stack. Right foot in front. And otherwise, find your balance. Reach the right fingertips towards the sky. Press away from the mat for 3. Remember to breathe. 2. And if you want that extra challenge, float the top leg for 1. And pivot back round, coming onto the hands and send it back to downward facing dog. Take a deep breath in, full breath out. As we inhale, rise up high on the toes. As we exhale, bend the knees, shift the gaze forwards and step, walk or jump to the top of the mat. And this time, making our way back into our toe stand. Planting the hands in front of us. We're going to come into a little challenge pose to finish off. So make sure the fingertips are spread out wide. Place them down shoulder distance apart, pointer finger facing forwards or just slightly inwards. Knees lock onto the triceps. Keep your gaze forwards in front of you at all times. And then begin to lift the hips up slowly, keeping those knees attached to the triceps. Shift your weight forwards, grip into the fingertips to take that pressure out of the wrists. And then maybe just keeping the toes grounded. Maybe lifting one set up and then the other. And you can practice with this. Or if it's there for you today, keep your focus strong. And maybe finding lift off with both toes. Drawing the heels towards the glutes as we press away from the mat. Doming through the upper back, wherever you are. One more breath. And then coming back to our toe squat. Good job. Sitting down onto the sit bones. Shuffle forward to the top of the mat. Plant the feet down. Reach the fingertips forwards. Inhale, take a breath in to lengthen. And as we exhale, slowly rolling back down through the spine. Coming down onto the mat. Bend the left knee, plant the heel down at hip height, and cross the right ankle over the left, allowing knee to come to the side. Peel the left foot up, slide the hands behind the left thigh, coming into our supine or reclined figure of 4. And again, option to interlace fingers on top of the shin if that feels better. And for some people, you might be able to prop your knee open with your right elbow. For others, it won't work. So just seeing what does for you. Take one more full breath. And then gently releasing the left leg down. We'll switch it over, plant the right foot, cross left ankle over the knee, knee opens to the side, peel the toes up, and interlace the fingers behind the thigh. And again, finding the variation that works for you here, keeping a slight flex through the left foot to support the ankle, to support the knee. Tune into your breath. You can hold this as long as you like. One more breath here. And then gently release. Unravel the knees, hug them both in for a final squeeze in. And exhale, releasing everything down to the mat, sliding the legs out long as we make our way into Shavasana. Allowing the back of the neck to stay long here, gentle tuck of the chin towards the chest. Palms of the hands to face up towards the sky with the arms coming away from the sides of the body. Allow your feet just to rest wherever feels natural. And close the eyes down as we take a couple of breaths. Allowing the body to become heavy. And allowing yourself to relax.